crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like this power that they just feel like is assigned to them, like they just kind of get it.
Mhm.
So then when they're put in these situations of feeling a loss of control or like they are less than, which in this case was he was clearly insecure about being a virgin and her not being one, that he was like, well, I need to make this better. Probably found some kind of online community or listened to something where he was like, I shouldn't be feeling like this because I'm a man, and then tried to just dominate and assert that power, though it was not welcomed in any way.
Right. Yeah. What's funny to me is like these like this mindset is so designed. Like I feel like what they're fed is like this is how you will end up like getting married. Like this is how you'll get a girl. And but every time with these stories, it's always how they fumble the fucking bag. Like they always are in the like ideal situation. They always are with like they're about to get married to a like incredible person,
Right.
and then it causes them to destroy it all. That's what happens every time in these stories, at least.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Huh.
It's just weird to me.
Right, like almost like a self-sabotage.
It
right
really
before.
is.
Great.
Yeah,
The next relationship.
this next marriage is definitely gonna work out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I foresee no issues.
Because she looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next story. This is a 54-year-old man. I am at a loss as what to do with my wife's, who's 51, her request. My wife and I have been married since 2001 and together since 1999. She is the most intelligent, thoughtful, caring, loyal person I know, and have always thought of myself as fortunate to have met and married her. She is, even today, aesthetically beautiful, and men have told her this throughout our marriage. She has always shot them down. Aesthetically beautiful? She's aesthetically beautiful.
You can be aesthetic.
Well, I guess he's saying, like,
Yeah.
not only do I find her beautiful, she is beautiful, and everyone acknowledges it.
Wow.
Earlier this year, she was diagnosed with uterine cancer, stage 1, and had a full hysterectomy. I was never concerned about the cancer. It was diagnosed early, dealt with quickly, and she made a full recovery. I took time off of work to look after her after the surgery, and all seemed well. There were some to be expected emotional instances on her part, and although I am not an emotional person, we dealt with them together. After her recovery, she was insistent that we start living life to the fullest, and took a 10-day trip to Europe, followed by a trip to Belize. We also have a trip to the UK and Spain/Portugal later this year. I am fine with these things, building memories and crossing bucket list adventures off her/our list. I also understand that these are a result of feeling fragile on her part. She also took up yoga, swimming, and healthy cooking classes. I was fully on board until last week. Last week, she came home from work and told me she wanted a hall pass. A one-time opportunity for her to have sex with someone else besides me. She said that since her cancer diagnosis, her outlook on life has changed, and she doesn't want to be handcuffed from doing things she wants to do.
Sounds like she does want to be handcuffed.
She explained that there is this guy at her work that she has always had some attraction.
Oh, she had a name ready, dude.
He is leaving the company, and she will never see him again.
Dude, she had us in the first half.
Why,
Yeah.
man? He thought she was gonna be like Harrison Ford if that happened.
Yeah.
Like, get off my penis. He is leaving the company, and she will never see him again. So this is the perfect opportunity to sleep with someone else. She said that I could say no, of course, but that she would be mad
Hi, Toga.
disappointed at me for
Hi,
an
Latosha.
indeterminate amount of time, and that it would be confirmation of my male toxicity and insecurity.
Is that gaslighting?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
1000%.
No, that's some bullshit. That's not male toxicity. We've read so much male toxicity on the show.
Thank God.
That is not male toxicity.
No. He's
Being like, I'm sorry, you can't your coworker.
I don't want to give you a hall pass to somebody that you literally just named that you want to.
That's great.
You toxic piece of shit.
I mean, like, I want to help us to anybody. And I know exactly who it is.
Yeah, no, that's
and you're
fucking
holding me back.
crazy. I don't consider myself to be toxic, and if not wanting your wife of 20 plus years to have sex with someone else is insecure, then I guess I'm insecure. I told her that I appreciated her talking to me about this, but approval via
Appreciate it.
I appreciate that. That's sick, dude. But approval via coercion is not approval. I also said that I do not appreciate her language in describing my, as of yet, unknown reaction to this very large issue that could affect the rest of our marriage/life. It's so true. It's just being like, hey, so can I f this guy at work? Also, if you say no, I think you're a bad person.
But how are you?
The floor is yours. I will fucking hate you forever. Go,
Thank
the
you.
floor is yours.
Yeah. Is there any more?
There's a lot more.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, wait, I just want to say I love him being like, yeah, you call me insecure, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
I like still after all that he's like, I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
When I got up in the morning, she basically said that she was sorry for putting such a large decision solely on my shoulders, and that to help, she was taking the decision away from me.
What?
She booked a hotel near where her coworkers are having a party / send off for this guy, and she would spend the night there with him and hope that I would be here when she got back. That she would answer any questions I have about the night after it happened, but not before. She will not tell me who he is or anything about him because she knows me too well, and that I will dwell and obsess over him, and that would make it too real for me, which is pretty accurate. Her POV is that the less I know, the better, which contradicts the offer to tell me anything I want to know after it happened. I think she knows I don't want to know / ask anything, or she simply will not tell me. Part of me thinks at least she has been honest with me, and she has been through a lot since finding out she had cancer, so maybe I should just let it happen. I certainly have no concept of what she went through, so I cannot dismiss how this affected her mental state / outlook on life. Part of me wants to put my foot down and say this is not going to happen and deal with those consequences when they happen. Her BFF called me callous for even suggesting that I wouldn't let it happen because I have no idea what she went through. I find it hard to believe that she is okay with the possibility of throwing away 20 plus years of marriage over some guy that she has had no relationship with outside of work, and that I should just call her bluff. Maybe she thinks similarly that I won't throw away the marriage because of one encounter. I just don't know what to do. I empathize with her, and then an instant later I am angry with her. Part of me wants to know who this guy is. What does he look like? What has he got that is so enthralling for her? Is he just a safe option? Is he married? Does his wife know? Would I be a callous asshole for saying no? What can I do besides walking away?
I like how she was like, look, I'm an empath. I can tell you're going to be mad.
So I'm gonna, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go check.
yeah.
I'm gonna anyway.
I'm gonna just him so that I'm gonna make this easy for you, so you don't feel any pain.
Right. Wow.
She's a huge piece of shit.
Oh, absolutely. And this man is like, he is doing the exact opposite of the toxicity where he's like, I want to say no, but is there any world in which that would not be okay? Like, he's fully evaluating that instead of just kind of being like, no, you shouldn't cheat on me. He's instead going that extra level of being like, do I need to be giving this extra thought because of the unique circumstances of this situation? But frankly, no. He doesn't.
He's giving me a little bit of like he's been in a controlling relationship for a long time, and so he's like, yeah, I guess I'm trying to see her point. It's like, I think you're trying really hard to see her point because she's probably like, I don't know. It just gives me the vibes of someone. I don't know these people, but it's just like, come on, this is straightforward. Like,
none of, I don't want to say none of this, but a lot of this behavior just like doesn't happen in a vacuum.
Right.
Like, it's never like...
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it feels a little bit of conditioned.
And
like, I'm like, you came back more selfish? That's crazy.
It's pretty objectively... cruel is a strong word. It's pretty cruel.
And I think so too, especially because in everything that he described, he has been giving her so much freedom. He has been her rock. It sounds like he's been incredibly supportive and communicative all throughout their relationship, especially post-recovery. And it seems like she's just taking advantage of that now. She's completely taking him for granted, where she's like, well, now that you're letting me do all of these new things, here's another new thing that you're just going to be okay with.
Yeah. No, she's in her own world now. And maybe she's always been in her own world.
Right.
Maybe she's always been really selfish, and now she has an opportunity to use something as like a means of getting more of what she wants.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not discounting
No.
how awful all of that probably was. Having cancer... From what I know,
it's alright,
people
Joga.
who've had it and stories I've heard, it's
Hi.
a nightmare. But that doesn't mean you get to fucking cheat on your husband.
No.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean shit. Once you're still a person, like, living life.
That's Walter White behavior, bro.
It's truly.
If you've had just like a change of heart, if you truly do think you have all of these new values and are seeking that from someone else, then that's a different conversation. That's like, maybe I'm not getting enough out of this marriage. But to think that just a one-time piecing away, like having this like little love affair will then resolve that. Like, it sounds like it's not just going to be a one-time thing. She's then maybe going to hop onto something else or someone else.
Totally. Oh, absolutely.
Just let her live, bro.
No, this is not a one-time
Let
thing.
her live, bro.
It's not a one-time thing. And also, what I already preemptively hate is that if he stands his ground or says like, "Hey, I want a divorce," she's gonna call him such a bad person
Oh, yeah.
for thinking about himself. It's like, wait, come on, like.
And that's where the gaslighting comes in, is that it's rewriting his perspective, because then he is like, oh, I'm a bad person for not letting my wife cheat on me, which is not accurate to the situation.
No.
And the BFF is obviously not helping either.
Yeah, whatever. Them.
So you
Yeah.
hate her. So you fucking hate
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
wife.
yeah.
Um.
I want to play matchmaker. Like, I want the girl in Philadelphia to contact him.
Oh yeah.
I
Or
want,
there's no drama there.
There's no drama in Philly. Tell him to go to Philly.
There's a couple comments. Kind of think this is the way your marriage will be from now on. With her epiphany, she wants to relive her life, and she is going to do it regardless of your feelings. I think she's being rather selfish and probably only threatens this because she thinks you are beaten down and will simply put up with it. Perhaps not the best time for trips and frills. She wants the single life. Let her see what that means. Someone else said, "You're not callous or insecure. Changes to the marriage require 2 yeses, and if there's 1 no, either that item doesn't happen or you get divorced. Unfortunately, your wife has decided that she wants to be single and is doing this, so you will leave, but she won't take the blame of being the one choosing to end the marriage because she gave you a heads up first. That's why her friends are on her side about it."
Now I get why he called her aesthetically beautiful, because there's nothing beautiful about her.
Ooh. All right. Update. It's a big one. What do you think's gonna happen?
She Jeff from HR.
She's definitely gonna fuck Jeff from HR. My hope is that he divorces her, but I think she's going to try to make him feel like the worst person ever for like thinking about himself for once.
Yeah.
I think he freed himself.
Let's see if he freed himself. I received a ton of advice that I couldn't possibly respond to. I do appreciate the people who took time to offer advice in the comments or via private message. It has been an exhausting couple of days. I was hoping that my opposition to her plans would give her pause, but unfortunately that did not happen. I said I am a hard no, and I am not sure how I will feel about you if you go ahead with it. I was met once again with, "This is for me, it will be one time. What can I say to help you deal with it? You'll get over it. We were meant